It's my real pleasure to be here and share with you some of the idea that I've had, that I have accumulated. I think I have the pleasure of having a good mixture of experience in academia and somewhat on the startup side. And I'm really also very excited to hear some of the sharing the previous speakers, things about related to death. And that is something we consider quite ultimate in our life. And also people address about different things related to the value. I think we always try to seek value. And coming from technology, as a professor computer science, we pay attention to technology and we try to develop technology and hopefully to spin off company that would make use of the technology we developed. At UBC, I've been forming a laboratory so-called internet computing, network and internet computing, so-called NIC labs. And we have quite a few students developing practical system software. And many of them work in industry and also did startup, and some quite successfully, and some not so successfully. And I also have some opportunity to engage in some projects and also start some company too. And at some point in time, we were almost successful, but not quite successful. But then I look back throughout the years, I've seen generation after generations graduating, becoming more mature. And looking back, I feel quite happy due to the fact that I may not have been so successful, in quotations, because when I look back, what would be most valuable? And I think that with life, living more in life, I find that the idea of people living together, sharing things would be quite important. And even at the conference today, we see that we share a lot of ideas. And I'm also very happy here to be able to share with you a few ideas that I have. What I find most important in life is the idea of wisdom and developing our wisdom. And in that, we never stop learning. And even the process of starting a company and trying to be successful, we always wind up with a mixture of failure and success. And somebody mentioned it's very important to understand ourselves, to understand others. And I find that we are living in the world, right now, world technology, but I also consider we are moving ourselves to the world of wisdom. And technology is meant to serve mankind rather than we ourselves to be a victim of technology. And so I'm quite excited when I see various technology that specifically aiming at improving, enhancing the quality of life and the quality of well-being. And so the way I see as most important thing is to look at technology, and certainly we all care about the financial success, but what I see is more important is to pick an interesting social problems and try to solve it. And what's important is to find out what we want to do, what we really like to do, and do the best of it. Then money will take care of it by itself. So when I mean wisdom, I mean the state of mind in the process of life. whether we succeed or whether we fail. And that also includes the wellness. We cannot say that we are wise or we have good wisdom if we live miserably, no matter what we do. And so, I really like the statement the previous speaker mentioned, the good, the bad, the ugly, the rich, the poor, everywhere. Doesn't matter what status we have and what stage in life we have. And there is a process of living, and this is the law of nature. Eventually, we would grow old, and we would have to follow the natural process. But what's important remain. We enjoy life. We recognize people surrounding us, and we are filled with love with people behind us, in the family, in the friends, co-worker, and we recognize we live in an environment. We are part of that environment. We treasure, we respect to keep the good environment where we live in, and underneath it, the energy. The energy would come before thought, before actions, and so it's important to keep the energy up and high. And so we recognize human factors most important. Energy is very important. Environment is very important. In every process of life, especially the process of startup, the process of running a company, the process of running a conference. And so what I find most exciting in the conference that we just ended is that we really do great networking, and we really share the thought. We exchange the idea, and that would essentially excite the mind and therefore sparkle the light. And in that process, we enhance our wisdom, and we enhance the collective wisdom. We lead ourselves to a more advanced society where everyone enjoys living with the high quality of life that we all deserve as a human being. So, in short, just a simple advice I'd like to pass to you, that the value in starting up a company, the value in carrying it on, and no matter what function, what role we take in the process, think of the value, think of the wisdom, think of the empathy, think of the enjoyment we all deserve. And with that, I think no matter whether we are successful or we are not so successful financially, we are still living a well-deserving life. With that, I'd like to thank you for your attention.